Go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. Um, we had a great week. We had some fall in the market, which is very interesting, and we need to talk about that a little bit more. And we need to talk about the fact that the market recovered very well as well, but also there are still some risk coming um, very soon. We need to be aware of that before we actually go into that alt season that everybody is waiting for years. Um, let's start off by USD. So this is US dollar against all the other currencies. You can see that we still have a breakout above this trend line, which was a proper breakout as I talked before. Now it was retesting, which it did. Now it's trying to creep up. But at the same time that US dollar is going up, crypto is also going up, which sometimes it happens, but not necessarily. And it can mean different things in different times. Now we need to understand why it's happening, but we also need to understand that it can change things. So first, US dollar moves higher, then crypto starts falling down later on. But today was a good start of the week. We should go and see the weekly candle as well on US dollar. So if you see, we have a resistance here that this resistance was broken. But if we see these candles here from this resistance, it does show a level of supply here, which that's why we can say we have gotten this candle. So the week has closed right in the zone. Now let's go back to daily. And if we want to understand how this is going to go, tonight is going to determine that. If we get a breakout, so this will also be broken. And if crypto is still in the uh, zones that we want it to be, we should start taking profit from those levels, okay? So that's first thing. So we are now between these two ranges. What we want is this chart to go below this line of resistance. Then we're good. Then the US dollar will still keep falling down, um, and that will be good for us. Okay, so let's clean this a little bit. Okay, this is how it's looking like. We are in this range, depending on how we see it. USD CAD, it is trying to break out, and we have a resistance here. Let's see how this will go, because you can see US dollar is very strong against USD CAD. It has invalidated all the levels almost. But to confirm this, we need to still break this level aggressively, because we are now in the weekly. Once this is broken, then on the retest of it, it could mean that we're going to go up. But things can change from any given resistance at any time, because the market keeps becoming unpredictable. And that's a good thing. If it's unpredictable for everybody, it means we are not using predictions in the market. We are actually using probabilities. So we see what the market does, then we take the reaction. So this could mean that if we fall back inside the zone, then a retest, then we can still continue going down, okay? I'm using this not for the purpose of trading. Again, it's just for the overall market view. Once we come in the end, where I'm gonna tell you my exact decision of what I'm thinking, okay? So let's go through everything. Now, when crypto earlier had a great fall, you can see that we went to this higher level of supply in USDT, but we also closed below this supply, which should start going down, but still we are above this zone and this is broken. So we are again between these two ranges inside USDT dominance. Okay, so it could mean a lot of things. Retest of this level would mean that we can still go down, or a break of this would mean that we will still go down. But if we break higher and we close back below, then it will get really worse for the market. Like this time, if you have seen Bitcoin still above 100K, we will go below 100K this time. This would mean a lot of things. So be sure to keep your eyes on this chart. If we go until here, then we're still above 100K, but uh, we would never know that if it stops here or if it breaks here. But usually, how the market moves is it moves in these waves, so it could possibly mean that we will get that, okay? Be very, very careful. I'm giving you both scenarios, so you are prepared for all cases. Now, on YouTube on 26th September, I made an analysis about this chart, which is total. And for that, it was like we have a support here, we have a break of support turning into a fake out. Then the market started going up, rallying. Then again, we had a break of this support. Then it was again a fake out. Then the market again rallied. Okay. Now, again, we were in the same situation that I was thinking that in order to go even higher, this wasn't over, but at that time we were here. So I was expecting at that time to get a V-shaped recovery below this zone, which it didn't happen here. We actually went higher. So we took a position here because it didn't happen and we're tracking every day. We didn't take a position. We did take a position here. We bought the market, but we sold again here because this was not a breakout. Now, because this was not a breakout, it forced the market to fall even further down. Now, if you see this trend line is not only broken, it is retested and it continued. The funny thing is that we did get this, okay? But we got it here, this big. It actually, in certain coins, we went into bear market in half an hour in one day. We came back out of it. Like the market, when it goes to those levels, it usually happens in a bear market where a lot of coins they lose 80-90% of all their gains. They fall below. But if you see, uh, it happened in total this way, but because it's mostly Bitcoin, let's go and check total 2 because of that. You can see that total 2 Ethereum lost a lot of it, but altcoins they lost quite a lot and it went to this lower demand level, which is absolutely crazy. So in blink of an eye, like in half an hour, we went saw those bear market levels, we came back, but nobody was also able to buy because most exchanges they uh, stopped letting people to buy. Clear act of manipulation than saying that people started selling or there was a lot of activity and usual lies that they tell. I don't buy it. Okay. Then now we are here. We have reclaimed this level. We have also reclaimed this level, which should automatically put us into all-time high again, according to total 2, and also total. But the risk is here as well. Please silent your mic. Thank you. Okay. Now, the risk is still here because Bitcoin dominance created this range of demand and it went higher. If we see an higher time frame, this looks actually very good. But still, in the upcoming days, we want it to go below this. We don't want this, even not tonight. It shouldn't close like this. But there's also another case that it didn't come slowly back to this zone, and this zone has a lot of orders here. So probably this will get also broken toward the downside. Okay, so this could happen. Then it means that we are good. But if you see something like this here, then it's going to be worse. Like Bitcoin will go to these levels. If it goes, it means like Bitcoin will not lose so much, but Bitcoin dominance will go high. A lot of altcoins will be destroyed even further than they were in the last day. So please remember that a lot of people were waiting for bull market, uh, except me because I mostly stay bearish, and that's what the market usually does. But not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not like that, so we should treat it differently. Now we have this trend line that because of that, Bitcoin fell down, and now it is trying to have this V-shaped recovery, which we should expect a push toward this zone. Now, for this, I want to show you something else. We need to go and check on chain a little bit. So this is the activity of Bitcoin and the liquidation heat map on CoinGlass. If we come and see in the last 3 days, because a lot of things happened in the past 3 days, okay? There aren't enough liquidations toward the downside, but there's a lot around 116,000 to 117,000. So this should be taken out very quickly, like tonight or tomorrow. It could happen. And once we reach here, you should take profits, okay? Because it cannot suddenly break this level. Uh, this has already happened, so no need of these two. We have taken one initial profit to secure for our stop loss. Now we can just put our stop loss and break even with no worry. But now again our positions are in profit, so we are expecting the price to come here, and it can slowly come, it can aggressively come, but here is the stop for Bitcoin, and you take profit at 116 to 117 dollar. Remember, this was the zone that we were waiting for it to retest, so in order for us to go higher, but now because it has broken, we can expect it to fall lower. Depending on where and how it's going to react, we have levels here as well. So it can come here, then go here, then come here, then break. Who knows? But to go higher, we need to break this level this way. Okay, then we have another level here, then we have another level here. A lot of resistances coming in front of us. uh, the same way. So this range is good if we're trading, but you take profits here just in case there's no breakout. Then we can just simply get out around here, then let the price come down. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Now we're gonna go a little bit faster and see all the other coins. Let me see how. Oh my God, a lot of people were waiting. Okay. Now let's go and see Ethereum and see what this one is doing. So the break in Ethereum was actually great. It didn't come to this level, but now it has reached this level that was previously a support, and multiple times it was broken. So it can become invalidated as soon as Bitcoin moves. If we see in the liquidation chart as well on the last 3 days, let's see Ethereum. because a lot of things are dependent on Ethereum right now, and we need Ethereum to go. So if you see, we have some levels of liquidations build up around 3,900 and 3,600. But on weekly for higher time frame, we can see that there's a lot of liquidations that could probably happen around the levels of supply and 4,500 and 4,400. So these are all lying here, and there is a probable short squeeze coming on our way, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. So 4,400, you can see it's here. 4,500 is here. So flipping this level of supply could mean that the price after this is good to go even higher. But if we turn from here, then this is the level that you're going to watch. If the price stops, then we're gonna buy at these levels, okay? 3,800 will be the support, and 4,400. And even here, if you have invested a lot and you want to take some profit, there is no need to wait for higher levels. You can always take profit in these levels. But uh, if you're thinking that the market could still go up and you're up for the daily candle close at 3 a.m., then you can wait. ETH BTC. ETH BTC is looking like we are coming back to this level that was initially broken. So if you see, we have a trend line, which is like a, what is it? Parabolic trend line, which every time price came here, we went up, but not this time. This time it was fully broken. Now we're coming to that level. This is the reason I am telling you to take profit at these levels before losing all those profits that you're currently in. And if we see another break, let it happen, then it will eventually come down at some point because we're trading. For long term, it's another scenario. You bought here, you will sell it. Who knows when it goes to $6,000? Who cares? But for trading, you can always exit, let the price break, then trade again. Take the high probable setups. But for now, this cannot happen. It needs to either come stop at these levels or even this level, because you can see the sudden break. It could mean we made another level of demand here. Then we have a support here. Then these are the levels. Let's see. We might just see this also happening. But I'm not gonna do predictions. It's not a prediction. We need to react and see how the daily is going to close. Same thing for Solana. It did break this level that we bought some time ago. Then it went here. I told you guys take profit in private and also in the analysis video. So if you did, then very good. We went down. If you bought again, I told you again to take some profit, secure it here. Now you can see that we made a level of demand here. It's breaking. So it could still break this level of trend line and go here. But to take profit at this level, you're not going to lose anything. You can just take profit, not sell all the position. But once we come here, then this is a clear level of taking profit, lowering your position, waiting for the market to see what it's going to do. So $220 is a good level to look at. That's Solana. Sol BTC, it's looking great, but it's also reaching this level of supply. Now I can delete these so I can give you fresh levels. This is what you should be looking at exactly the same way. Once we go higher than this, then you can be full on Solana against BTC because it will outperform BTC, but not before that. Sol Ethereum, I said yesterday, unfortunately we couldn't record it, but I said yesterday that Solana should start outperforming Ethereum. So if you see, Ethereum has moved in the past 24 hours 2%, Solana 4.6%. Very nice. Very nice. So it was a clear demand. Now we should expect this to outperform Ethereum. If we see a breakout in those levels, that will outperform Ethereum. We will see even higher levels to here, then maybe even higher. We're gonna talk about that later. So for now, this is looking good. Um, Dogecoin, almost same like Solana, but the level of supply is lying here now. And we have another level here. But this trend line is clearly broken, and this candle has closed below this level of support. So you can see the same way that you're gonna see in Bitcoin a rejection here, or in Solana. This could also happen. So we need this to break tonight so we can keep it to this level of supply for all of them. Break of this, keep it till here. Break above this, keep it till here. Same for Bitcoin, although it's not a level for Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is just looking clear. Doge BTC, we were expecting a lot to happen here, but you can see it was completely destroyed. And we need to completely do another analysis because this chart is looking not so well. Excuse me, guys.
Vice, you're on mute.
Okay, I did mute myself because I received a call. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I was saying that in order to see Doge, we need to go even higher time frame because of what happened. But in order to outperform really, and we should exchange against Bitcoin, buy a lot of Doge, and don't have Bitcoin as this level that needs to be flipped again. And this will give us a proper freeway to keep it. Then we will go even higher levels because the road will be clear. Let's see, not predicting. We should see how it's going to close at these levels. Doge Ethereum is at demand. It should perform good against Ethereum. So on the other hand, we have here gold against BTC breaking again. This level, gold is very, very strong against everything right now. So we have a level here to look at and a level of resistance here and a gap and level of supply around these prices against Bitcoin. So we should expect Bitcoin to perform higher once it reaches here, either here. But for gold itself, it made a new demand level. It's just crazy. You can see that now the stop loss for gold buyers is 3,900. Gold is just going on its freeway, I think. But I did analyze this through Fibonacci earlier. So if we put this, we can see that it has reached 2.618, 4,107. It went to like 120. So it could mean that it has reached uh, a good level. We should expect it to come down. That's all I can say. So overall, I gave you all the levels that you could look at. and you should really look at this chart because our altcoins will go crazy insane if a Bitcoin dominance falls back below. If not, if we stop here and if we start consolidating and trying creeping up, then we will go higher. And same for USDT dominance. Like for everything, if you want to take profit, it is a level of take profit, to be honest. But to sell everything, not so much. We need 1 or 2 more days in order to absolutely know that because I see these levels getting reclaimed very soon. And even if we have a pullback, we should again try to go to these levels before actually falling down if we are supposed to fall down in the market. So now let's go to your questions and I'm gonna see the chat. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, brother. Is your screen share on? It's not showing for me. Somebody said it's on, and Nasim, okay. Got it, thank you. You're mute. Okay. Your questions. Whoever has a question, let me know. Turn on your mic. We're going to talk about that before the meeting is over. Guys, thoughts on Tao. It's going hard. Our friend likes Tao so much like I do. Let's go and see Tao. Where it is. AI. Wah. Bro, it's at 420. You know what that level means? Just kidding. So, Tau, yes. Earlier we discussed that Tau reached resistance, then it fell, then it climbed up. It is holding here. Now we need to make a clear new analysis, okay? We still have this, wait, let me go back to daily. We still have this zone being broken properly. But it is also reaching this level of supply the same way everything else is reaching. So you can tell that we are going to be in this range. And let's see it and not here in the line chart. There is a resistance clearly here and here. Um, Here you go, bro. Take profit. And it takes a while for this to break now, but once it does, then it should come here, then this will be the move that the majority of gains are going to be made. Otherwise, right now, take profit. Because if market is supposed to fall down, it will just simply fall below this, make a retest in lower time frames, then go back to this level of demand. Okay, which was here. Yes, bro. Always take profits. What is it going to cost you if you bought these levels? Then taking profit is not going to decrease your wealth. It will increase it. All right, thanks. I'll take a bit of profits, I guess, but I'm afraid to watch it run away. Bro, that's for long term. Okay? If you think of it as for the long term, for the upcoming days, then just let it. Don't touch it. Even if anything happens, even if it goes below these levels, you don't distract yourself from that. There are two things you can do. You can either be an investor or you can be a trader, or you can be both like I am, but you should take these two things separately and you should analyze them separately because for being an investor, you invest in the fundamentals of a token or a blockchain. Uh, but for trading, you only see if the fundamentals is halal, then you just trade it to keep making money. So you can choose any coin, you can even choose Tau, but if you made profit, then take profit. Also, what you can do is, like I do sometimes, even in my long-term holdings, I take profit, I keep it aside. If the market breaks, I can either put it back into this coin or put it into something else that is fundamentally good that I always wanted to buy. So I can take the same amount or a little bit less or higher. You either gain something or you lose something, but you can never know what is going to happen. And please don't take this as financial advice. Can you check Tatsu? Ooh, Tatsu. We talked about this today, brother. You can see that uh, absolutely, absolutely came from the dead back alive. So it is trying to go higher, but in order for us to fully go into a bull market for this token, we need to cross this. If tonight, if tonight it cannot break this, you can exit and enter here because weekly hasn't closed, so maybe in weekly it will still look like we are in this candle, or you can wait for the week depending on how your strategy is. Okay, because weekly on one hand it's looking like we are getting uh, can you guys hear me again? My
Yeah, yeah, we could hear you.
Okay. So, yes, on the weekly, it looks like we have a rejection candle followed by an engulfing candle. This usually means as reversal. So, you can track this. Probably we might break it. You can take some profit and let the rest go if you have bought these levels. Otherwise, if it's just recovering you and you're a long term holder of this coin, then there's no need to worry because we are breaking the trend and you can reinvest a lot here for us to go even higher, then look for the take profit levels uh, and these points. Um, Come on. Here you go. This is how it looks like. And QRL and FET. Do you really hold those? FET, oh my God, what is this? This is so funny. It's been so long I haven't been trading because this was not going anywhere. So you can see my analysis doesn't make sense at all. It's been a long, long time. Bro, FET, to be honest, not looking good. The same way that a lot of things are not looking good in weekly. But we can say that weekly closed above this level of demand. So I can give you a stop loss that if we go below this, then don't hold it. Otherwise, at the moment, it still have room to this level of supply, which if BTC goes and everything else goes, obviously this will also go. Like Ethereum should go. Ethereum, ETH BTC chart, I gave you that analysis, right? Track that. That will tell you where are we going exactly. QRL, let's go to quantum coins. I sometimes regret selling my coin around these levels, although I did good because we fell a lot, but not buying back at these levels, I regret it. Anyways, like, what is the problem to hold a coin that is quantum proof against every other coin? This is the proof of that. That people are still worried about Bitcoin's future quantum hack, like quantum computer is gonna go. get so crazy that it might actually be able to one day crack Bitcoin. And that's why Zcash is also going up because it uh, is all programmable as well as it has privacy. So privacy is another thing that is not in Bitcoin. So for QRL, bro, I think it's still good. Your stop loss is below here and your TP is here. That's all I can tell. Zcash, please. Oh, we have some Zcash holders here still. Bro, if you are holding, you can see that I have missed Zcash, but not only I have missed it here, I have taken profits here and I have fully exited here. Because I was concerned for overall the market, that's why I did. But you can see that Zcash didn't do anything. But anyways, I am not worried at all. As long as I keep making money everywhere, I am not worried about anything in the market. So let's see where are the levels for Zcash. Zcash is reaching these levels. One thing, you can see that we have almost reached the top. But below that, we have another level which is on weekly. We have here that it made a level of demand. So let's go and see that. This is how it's looking like. So probably it will give me again another chance to buy it where I have sold it. Maybe even lower than that because I have sold it around 132 to 142, but it could come to 120 only because of me, so I can take a position. Just kidding. Um, yeah, so you can take profit, bro. That's how it looks like. It's at a level of take profit. You can buy back at these levels, but who knows? It could just go to 500 to 1000, depending on how good it is. Um, that's what you should be looking at. Injective. Okay, I am holding a lot of injective though. Let's take a look. Wish I could buy some here, but we were not allowed to. Every time I have seen the injective depths, it was at $7. So when I bought, it was at $7. When it came in the previous bear market, I bought it at $7 again. Then I kept taking a lot of profits at these levels just because I'm smart. So there is not a lot of time left. So the meeting could get cut. So if it gets cut, so forgive me for that. But injective is also reaching this $10. If we go above it, then look at $11 levels. Those are the levels that we should be looking at.